We all suffer losses. We all feel pain. Sometimes something breaks us. Sometimes we break ourselves. But what if, instead of hiding our cracks, we learn to see the beauty in them? In Japan, there is a unique art called kintsugi. It is a technique for repairing broken ceramics with lacquer mixed with gold or silver. Instead of masking the cracks, Japanese craftsmen make them visible, turning broken dishes into an even more valuable object. But kintsugi is not just a method of repair. It is a deep philosophy of accepting imperfection. It is a symbol of recovery from difficult moments. How does kintsugi art help us heal? How can it teach us to appreciate our scars? Let's find out. The art of kintsugi has its roots in 15th century Japan, and its origin is linked to the legend of the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimasa, 1449 to 1473. According to the legend, when his favorite teacup was damaged, he sent it to China for repair, but the returned cup, fastened with metal staples, did not satisfy his aesthetic tastes. This prompted Japanese craftsmen to look for a more sophisticated way to restore ceramics, which led to the creation of the kintsugi technique. The philosophical underpinnings of kintsugi are closely related to the Japanese worldview, in particular the principles of wabi-sabi, an aesthetic that values simplicity, imperfection, and naturalness. Wabi-sabi emphasizes the beauty in aging and wear and tear, which is reflected in the use of gold to accentuate the cracks and chips on restored objects. Kintsugi is also deeply connected to Zen Buddhism, which emphasizes accepting reality as it is and finding beauty in the here and now. Thus, kintsugi is not only a restoration technique, but also an expression of deep cultural and philosophical values that reflect the Japanese attitude to life, death, and beauty. The traditional kintsugi process requires great skill and patience, as it can take 3 to 4 weeks to restore a single piece. The main materials used in kintsugi are urushi lacquer, made from the sap of a lacquer tree, and gold powder, which gives the restored areas a special luster and value. The stages of restoration include cleaning the damaged parts, joining them with urushi lacquer, filling cracks and chips with a mixture of lacquer and clay, sanding the restored areas, and applying a layer of lacquer followed by a sprinkling of gold powder. Each stage requires precision and attention to detail to ensure the durability and aesthetic appeal of the restored object. In the modern world, the kintsugi technique has undergone some adaptations, such as the use of synthetic materials instead of traditional urushi lacquer to speed up the process and reduce the cost. However, true kintsugi masters continue to use traditional materials and methods to preserve the authenticity and value of this unique art. In a psychological context, kintsugi is a powerful metaphor for personal growth and recovery from traumatic events. Just as broken ceramics are repaired with gold, people can turn their scars and shortcomings into a source of strength and wisdom. The concept of beautiful scars emphasizes that our past experiences, even the most painful ones, can make us more whole and unique. Kintsugi symbolizes accepting yourself as you are, with all your flaws and shortcomings. It is a process of recognizing and integrating past experiences that allows us to move forward with greater confidence and self-awareness. The transformation of trauma into strength comes from the realization that our scars do not define us, but only emphasize our ability to recover and grow. In this way, kintsugi becomes a symbol of hope and the possibility of turning pain into beauty and imperfections into unique features that make us unique. Kintsugi finds its practical application in various therapeutic methods, including art therapy. In the process of restoring ceramics, people have the opportunity to express their emotions, work with trauma, and develop skills of acceptance and self-awareness. Group kintsugi classes create a safe space for sharing experiences and support, which promotes emotional healing and personal growth. Stories of success and personal transformation demonstrate the effectiveness of kintsugi in a therapeutic context. People who have experienced difficult moments in their lives find in kintsugi a way to transform their pain into beauty and their scars into a source of strength. This process helps them to regain a sense of control over their lives, increase self-esteem, and find new meaning in life. Kintsugi can also be used as a tool to develop skills of patience, attention, and concentration. The process of restoring ceramics requires a lot of concentration and precision, which helps to develop cognitive functions and improve emotional state. The philosophy of kintsugi can be applied to many aspects of modern life. Accepting imperfection as the basis of kintsugi can help us to be more tolerant of ourselves and others, reduce stress and anxiety, and find joy in simple things. Applying this philosophy in everyday life can include recognizing and accepting our mistakes, seeing the beauty in worn and old things, and striving for development and growth through overcoming life's challenges. The principles of kintsugi can be integrated into business and education, fostering creativity, innovation, and adaptability. The ability to see opportunities in crisis situations, to find new solutions to old problems, and to value the experience gained in the process of learning and working are key factors for success in the modern world. In this way, kintsugi becomes not only an art of restoring ceramics, but also a philosophy of life that helps us to be more resilient, creative, and harmonious in the face of constant change and challenges. To integrate kintsugi philosophy into your life, you can use various exercises and practices. Meditative acceptance techniques help us focus on the here and now, let go of negative thoughts and emotions, and accept ourselves as we are. Daily rituals of self-discovery can include journaling, analyzing your thoughts and feelings, and reflecting on your values and beliefs. Emotion management techniques help us to recognize, express, and regulate our emotions, which helps to improve our emotional state and interpersonal relationships. These methods can include breathing techniques, visualization, and art therapy. It is important to remember that accepting yourself and your emotions is the key to inner harmony and self-healing. The practice of kintsugi can be used as a way to develop skills of patience, attention, and concentration. The process of restoring ceramics requires a lot of concentration and precision, which contributes to the development of cognitive functions and improves emotional well-being. Accepting imperfection is the key to inner harmony and personal growth. Just as kintsugi transforms broken pottery into a work of art, we can turn our imperfections and scars into a source of strength and wisdom. Practical steps to self-healing include recognizing and accepting our past experiences, forgiving ourselves and others, and striving for development and growth. To start your own kintsugi practice, you can turn to professional kintsugi masters who conduct masterclasses and teach the technique of ceramic restoration. You can also use online resources and books that provide information about the kintsugi technique and the philosophy of accepting imperfection. It is important to remember that kintsugi is not only an art of ceramic restoration, but also a way of life that helps us to be more sustainable, creative, and harmonious. Thus, the path to inner harmony lies in accepting yourself as you are, with all your flaws and shortcomings. Kintsugi is a symbol of hope and the possibility of turning pain into beauty and imperfections into unique traits that make us unique. Life sometimes breaks us. We lose people we love. We face difficulties that we did not expect. We make mistakes, and it seems to us that it is impossible to glue us back together. But kintsugi reminds us that being broken is not the end of the story. If you are going through a difficult period, remember, your cracks do not make you weak. They make you real. Don't be afraid of your imperfections. Make them a part of your unique beauty. After all, true strength is not about being perfect. True strength is learning to love yourself, even with cracks.